The Interactive Advertising Bureau held its IAB 2016 annual event at MICO in Milan. Here, industry leaders and digital companies gathered together to share their last ideas and to make connection. I'm Daniele Federico for Emoderation, and here is our recap of the 2 days event.
E agli IAB Forum ci sarà uno speaker che parla dei viaggi spaziali per le persone, un altro che mi dice che andiamo da Milano a Roma in 20 minuti in una capsula a 1200 all'ora, poi c'è un altro che parlerà delle auto che si guidano da sole, un altro che mi dice che l'interfaccia la comandiamo soltanto con le mani, sarebbe sembrata pura fantascienza.
You have to use Messenger or like Facebook Messenger, Telegram, WhatsApp, Viber, anyone. All the things about the automation, the auto posting, the keyword replies, etc. It will change how everything is done, and it will change the roles, because if you have an automated bot that can react to people, that can engage with them, etc., certainly that changes the marketing roles. But the first thing, like, you can't do real creative and engaging marketing campaigns without human input. So there has got to be a creative mind that Messenger is just a channel.
So I am Elisabeth Cialdella, and I am head of marketing and communication in the advertising department of Le Monde Group. We can say now that data mining is an integral part of steering committee in any brand content or native advertising development.
When it comes to content marketing, you need to find a balance between those two. So you need to be very transparent that this is paid for and it's in the voice of a client. That's fine. But at the same time, you need to write stories or create videos that add a bit of extra value to a person's daily life than a traditional advertising, or perform a different role than traditional advertising would. And in order to do that, I would say, first of all, focus on your audience, to think about what is the key question you're trying to solve by producing that content. Is there a fundamental KPI that you want to answer that needs to be answered? Or is it simply that you want to satisfy your CEO and say, we're doing some cool stuff? Be very clear about your objectives. Once you do that, and once you have an agreement with a media brand, you can then figure out, first of all, which is the right media brand to partner with. And two, if you work collaboratively, it's going to be a much more efficient process and much more likely to drive engagement rather than simply buying readers, buying numbers, and the bots, which kind of, can give you 7 million hits. But what does that really mean?
1, 2, 3.
And then I think the step after that is to say, say you want to show me something, like everyone knows this thing, like, oh, take a look at my cat picture, right? But instead, because we happen to be sitting here next to this public display, you should be able to just do that. We can force Windows and OS X and Android and iOS and Linux to interoperate. And I think what we're seeing is a new spectrum. And it has VR on one end, and that's where you replace the existing world with something new. Hopefully it's a good new thing that you're replacing it with. In the middle is AR, augmented reality, where you can still see and interact with the existing physical world, but you put new bits of information, new visual constructs on top of or interspersed throughout the real world. And then you have what we do at Oblong, which we think of as RR, real reality. So the pixels are there on the wall for everyone to see. We don't have to wear goggles or special glasses or anything to see them, which means that they're public, which means that they're shared, which means that no one has an advantage, which means that we can work as humans.